Hey, I'm Shar, and welcome to Looking Beyond the Veil. As you know, this is a teaching channel where I come out and try to give you the best of advice, things that have helped me in my life, and to try to pass it on to you in hopes that you will find these exercises and this information valuable. So, today's topic is help me. I can't stop thinking. Now, last night, I heard from a subscriber who was going through a terrible time of trying to get out of her head. Who hasn't been there? We've all been there. We've all tried to seek for answers and ask for answers. I'm going to give you a couple of answers. But these are exercises, and they must be used no matter how many times per day you have to use them. But they are helpful, and a lot of it is being in the now, but we're going to talk about that soon. But first, we are mind, body, and soul. Soul is personality, so we're going to say mind, body, and spirit. And where we should be is spirit. We know what the mind can do and the damage that it has caused and will cause. And we know what the body can do. The body with all its jumbled feelings of emotion, with the heart in control there. And the heart can be a deceptive and deceiving thing. And it can lust and desire. And if we meet somebody, and if we're desiring a relationship when we meet somebody, well, immediately our mind will start talking, because sometimes the mind will work with the heart. And that's a very bad thing, because the mind must be left out of everything, unless, of course, you're thinking about a project or how to do something. But we don't use our mind, we use our brain. It's a whole different entity. So we meet somebody, and then desire erupts. And we think, oh, they would make a lovely spouse, a lovely partner. And I really want to get to know them, and I really like them. And then you find yourself probably acting a lot more foolish than what you normally act. Or you act, I don't know, something that is not yourself in order to attract, instead of just being yourself. And so there's desire, the desire for a relationship, the desire for a partner. Or it can just lust. The heart can lust. And that's to look at somebody and immediately feel arousal. Both of these things are bad. Both of these things will get you nowhere, because we tend to put on shows and things that we are not, instead of just being comfortable and letting the moment be as it is, and just talking and searching out the other person's spirit, and them searching out your spirit, which is the way it should be. But hey, we've all been there. No judgment, no condemning. I was young once, and I was there, and I made a total ass of myself, and then wondered why the relationship didn't work. Because it wasn't spirit contact, it was mind and heart, mind and body contact. So, this being said, let's talk about the mind. I want you for 1 minute to think that you can only choose one master. Now, a lot of people will say that's God or the devil. And yeah, okay, let's bring it in that way, but let's bring it in another way. You can choose only one master. Is it the mind or is it spirit? Now, if it's the mind that you choose, then the mind will destroy you. It is an entity that they call the devil's playground, a place that is a battlefield, a place of chaos and unrest, a place of anxieties, disorders, sadness, grief, depressions, a place of wanting and needing, a place of condemning yourself and others. Spirit is light, and spirit will teach you how to battle this enemy, because that's what it is. Spirit is your friend. It is what you truly are. And when you shed this earthly vessel, you will find that out. So try to find out before we move on. Try to find out before that day comes. So let Spirit lead you into what the mind is. Now, a lot of times you will hear me say the spirit, or the mind is an entity. And you will notice that it is. In time, you will notice that it's not you. It's something else, something inside of you that's really goes undetected, like a parasite. It kind of brings me to the Adam and Eve story. Innocent. And then a parasite. Where did this parasite come from? And where did it go? This parasite is in the mind, squirming and wriggling and causing chaos, and causing you to go into the Eight of Swords, which is the mind tornado of one thought after another, after another, after another, etc., etc. You cannot process one thought when another one comes in. And while you're all excited and crazed about that one, another one comes. And it comes fast and hard, beating down the individual, beating you down. And knowing that now it has absolute and total control. And so it does not stop at all. It's just constant whispering, and sometimes screaming. So how do we defeat this enemy, this parasite? Can it be defeated completely? It can, in time, but you'd have to be a yogi. You'd have to go off and live by yourself somewhere and just total and absolute no mind, but all spirit. A very hard thing to do. And many of us are just not built for that. But we are all built for defeating it. 98%, 95%. How? How? I want you to look at yourself as a second person. And what I mean by that, you know how some people will speak about themselves as a third person? So if I did that, I would be like, the Shar likes you. Shar thinks you're great. So I speak to myself and speak out to other people as another person. And you think, who's the Shar? Isn't that you? Or is there another Shar? But I speak about myself as another person. Instead of saying, I really like you. I think you're great. And by the way, I do. So I want you to see yourself as a second person. I want you to try to catch yourself in mid-thought. So your mind is racing, blood pressure is through the roof. I can't breathe. I don't even know if my heart is beating. My whole body is tense. I'm just like, I'm breathing. And I'm living in that moment. But you're not there. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to step back from that. Leave that second person there, and I want you to step back. I want you to take a look, without judgment, without name-calling, without condemning yourself, but with pure love for yourself. I want you to just step back and look at it. Wow. I'm in a land that time forgot. I'm in a place that does not exist. Look at the torment that this parasite is putting me through. I want you to do this as often and as many times as you get trapped inside. It is the beginning, trust me. You might not think that it's going to work, because what happens is as soon as you look at it, bam, you're back in. And you step out and you look at it without judgment, with just pure love for yourself. Just step back and look at it. Wow. There it goes again. And bam, you're back in. Keep doing it. Keep bringing yourself out. Because as soon as you come out and you look at it, this is why I call it an entity and a parasite, because it is not you. How can this be? Because you are spirit. So, and here's proof. I'm going to prove it to you that it's not you. Because as soon as you step back and look at it, you will notice you can almost hear, uh-oh. They're looking. They're aware. And you will notice it will flee. But because it has such a strong hold, and it knows you're just learning, you're just a beginner, you're just a baby in doing this, it'll grab you and suck you back in. And then you're all wrapped up in it again, the drama and the bullshit, and the suitcase is full of freaking crap. And then you're just like, oh my God, I can't take no freaking more. Somebody help me. And then went, wait, step back. Step back from this person. Step back from this entity and look at it. Don't judge it. Don't say, you bastard, look what you're doing to me. Just look at it. Be amazed. And it will fear. Because slowly, bit by bit, you are taking pieces of your power back. Pieces of it. But the worst thing you can do is condemn yourself. Well, I stepped back and I went back in. And I stepped back and I went back in, and it's not going to work. The worst thing you can say is, I can't do it. It's not going to work. It will freaking work. Trust me. Keep doing it. This is what you must exercise. You must be aware of what your mind is doing to you. And then step back and look at it. Step back in spirit and look at what this entity is doing to the second person, which is also you. Another exercise. Many times, many times. I've gone to bed at night. It doesn't happen anymore. Many times. I've gone to bed at night and I have laid there all curled up in a ball. I mean, I got an entire bed. And I'm all curled up on the edge like this, living in a land that does not exist. Oh my God, what are they doing? What are they doing? Are they thinking about me? Oh my God, I can't believe the fool I made of myself. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I'm an asshole. And the breathing. And the blood pressure is, oh, geez, if there was a doctor there, they'd be like, okay, you're ready for a heart attack if you don't stop. I'm not breathing. I can't breathe. There's like a heaviness on my chest. I'm all curled up in a ball. Step back. Say, what the, wait. Well, I got this whole freaking bed, man. Open up your legs, open up your arms, take that whole bed, lay right in the middle. And just, feel it. Oh, you stretch, feel it. And when you do that, I want you to ask yourself a question. I wonder what my next thought is going to be. And you will see it will take a while before that next thought comes. And when it does come, I want you to say, I wonder what my next thought is going to be. And you wait, aware, waiting for that thought. And it takes a while, and then it comes. And when it does come, you say, I wonder. Keep doing it. I wonder what my next thought is going to be. And you're laying there with the whole bed. I wonder what my next thought's going to be. And breathe. And wait. And be aware. And the first thing that you will notice is that you become wide awake. Here it is, the middle of the freaking night. I'm wide awake and I'm thinking, I am never going to get to sleep now because I'm wide awake. I am aware and in the moment right now. I'm wide awake. How can I sleep now? But keep doing it. Because before you know it, and it happens quick, and you won't even know it, next thing you know, you're waking up. I wonder what my next thought is going to be. Breathe. Be aware. Watch. And before you know it, you're out like a light. And you remember nothing until you awaken. And you think, well, I was wide awake, and then all of a sudden, I don't remember anything. I want you to do this. Do these exercises over and over and over and over. And over all the exercises I have done, these are my two most powerful. And these are what I share with you today. Step back. Take the whole bed. Or if you're the couch sleeper, get up and get in your bed. And take that whole bed and stretch. Crack your muscles and your bones. And feel the sheets. And change your bedding. And jump into nice clean sheets. Oh, it feels so good. And just, I am so blessed. I wonder what my next thought is going to be. How many times have you disappeared on me during this video? How many times has a parasite taken you away? Why? Because the parasite does not want you to hear me. He does not want you to listen to this video. Because I'm calling it out. That son of a bitch, I'm calling it out. And if you could look at it and see it, and a day will come that you will see it, and that is the day that we transform from this bodily, the earthly clothing, to pure spirit. The day will come that when you transition, you will look at it and you will think, my God, I cannot believe that is responsible for the damage that it caused. That little tiny worm, that little parasite is responsible for all the bullshit that it has caused in my life. I wish I had taken my power back Well, now's the time, bit by bit, piece by piece, start taking back your power. And it works. Trust me. Believe me. I've been there. And as an older woman now, I can share that knowledge with you. I've been there. I've been there. And now I'm here. Does it still come? Of course. It'll never stop. But now, now I just laugh at it. I don't judge it. I just think, well, still hanging around, are you? Still hanging around. And it goes. Let it go. When people tell you to let it go, that does not mean let it go. It means wake up and be aware of what's happening to let it go. Do this. Do this. This is my gift to you, that you can do this now. Do this. Exercise these exercises. Be aware. I want to thank you for joining me today. And let me know how it works for you. Just really try to see yourself as a second person. No judgment and no condemning yourself. But you just look at it to become aware of what's happening inside your head. To become aware of how I can be sitting in the park but yet not see it because I'm so in my head. How I can be sitting and watching TV yet not hear a word. How I can be sitting here and watching this video and have to replay it because I never heard anything. You can do this. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.